Hi everyone, it's Nicole McGurk for the Mama Elephant second anniversary blog hop Stampede, and today my card features the brand new Arctic penguins and the Jolly and Merry stamp sets. To begin my card, I am going to be using the large Pica frame stitched rectangle die. I'll run that through my Big Shot die cutting machine. I'm going to set that aside for a second, and I will die cut one piece from white cardstock and one from light blue so that they both have that great stitched detail. I'm going to go ahead and take my cloud now or the kind of scallop border from the Landscape Trio dies, and die cut both the scallop and then both landscapes to give me a cutout. I kind of want that cloudy mountain type look or snowdrifts, and then I'm going to use the two slopey stitched Landscape Trio dies to create an area of ice in my wintry scene. So I'll lay out my pieces here so you can kind of see how I'm creating this. And I don't want my sky and the water to be the exact same color. So I will die cut another stitched rectangle, this time from a piece of vellum, and I will cut that same Landscape Trio border from the vellum, and that can slightly overlap my snowy mountain background. And I'll lay down my other piece of snow so you can see there will be the sky, some landscape, then that icy water, and some more snowy landscape. Now I will stamp my greeting on my card from the Jolly and Merry Mama Elephant stamp set. I used the rainwater and new pigment pad from Mama Elephant. I stamped part of the greeting with the rainwater and part with the stargazer. And I'm stamping all of my penguins and ice and any of the little accessories with some Memento Tuxedo black ink. Once I have all of these stamped, I'm ready to color. I'm going to color in all of my images with copic markers. I'll speed through this pretty quickly. I went for a wintry scene rather than maybe a Christmassy one. This could definitely be a Christmas card if you wanted it to be, but it doesn't have to be a Christmas card. So I colored in all the little hats in colors of blues and pinks and things, and a little bit of green, just to make it kind of wintry and fun. Since the penguins have so much gray and white and black, I thought it would be a nice addition to make their little hats bright colored. I added a little bit of light gray, cool gray shading to all of my penguins and blended out that pink I used on their cheeks. I'll color in the penguin beaks and feet with some orange as well. And I started to color in the chunks of ice with some really light aqua colors. I'll get back to that in a little bit to color those in even more. I love seeing how the penguins come alive once you add those little touches of color with the orange. Next, I'm going to color in my pink hat. Now this looks like a Santa hat, but it could also just be a trendy little snow hat. So I chose to do this in some kind of fuchsia pinks and add a little bit of green to the hat for a fun combination. And now I'll go back in with a little bit deeper, darker aquas and really blend out all these little pieces of ice that I'll have floating in my river in the scene on my card. Now I stamped all of these on that scrap of paper where I die cut the stitched rectangle that I used for the background. I like to do that so that I can die cut as many of these pieces at one time as possible. So once I have all of my coloring finished, I will grab a little post-it tape and my dies and place those coordinating Arctic penguin dies right over all of my colored in images, and I could run them through my die cutting machine. Now I'm going to take a little Wink of Stella clear glitter marker and go over my icebergs and then over the black portions on all of the penguins to give them a little shimmer and shine. I will also take a black gel pen and go over the eyes on all the penguins to really make them pop. I have all of my dies taped to my paper now, and I'll run those through my die cutting machine and pop them all out, and I'm ready to start assembling my card. Now on the sample here, I only have 2 pieces of ice in the water. Once I kind of laid them out, I realized I'd probably want a third, so I did cut a third one and stamp it and color it and everything. And I also applied a thin layer of glossy accents to the entire little iceberg pieces to really give them that look of ice. I started with the tops of the ice and then went ahead and did the sides as well. It dries fairly quickly. Probably give it about 30 minutes or so to dry before you assemble the card completely, and then let it set overnight to really make sure it sets up. But I think the wait is worth, the result is worth the wait, is what I want to say. So now I have all of my little ice and my penguins. I'm going to add a little white dot detail to the cheeks on all of my penguins. And I will go ahead and glue down all of the components for my card, lining up the vellum with the bottom of the blue background, layering that background piece there that could be mountains or fluffy snow underneath the edge of the vellum, and then adhering that other landscape snow piece that has the stamped greeting on top with a little foam adhesive. Now my little icebergs are dry, and this is where I decided I had needed that third one. I was going to try to put 2 of them on one, and I thought that's kind of silly. I could fit 3 on here easily. So I did stamp and color another small one. Now I'm taking some of the small snowy detail pieces from the stamp set and adding little, these are actually from the Jolly and Merry stamp set, and adding little bits of snow and fluff all around the greeting and the penguins. Gives a nice finishing detail. I'll go ahead and attach my icebergs to the icy river and adhere my penguins in place. Once I have the scene all put together, I can go ahead and take the panel and attach it to my card base, and I like to use a strong adhesive like the Glue Glider Pro tape runner. And that is it for this card. I hope you've enjoyed this video showcasing the new Mama Elephant, Arctic Penguins, and Jolly and Merry stamp sets. For more information, please visit my blog. The supplies I've used are listed and linked below the video on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.